Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the gun news channel that not only tells you what's going on, but also tells you what we're going to do to fix it. This episode is going to get your heart rate elevated a little bit. Biden has another amazing example of how he can't lead out of a brown paper bag. This is going to get you going, and if you agree with the message that this video portrays, please drop a like. We would love to get this video as far as we possibly can, and that would help immensely. And if you are new, please consider giving us a subscription. We would love to have you in the fold. We need as many people as we can in the trenches day to day so we can pass the blessing of the Second Amendment along to the next generation. And I thank you so much in advance for your consideration. But my brothers and sisters, today Biden said we should have societal guilt, all about something that happened 10 years ago of which you and I had nothing to do with. And as we go into this, keep in mind, what type of leader, what type of movement relies on the emotions of hatred, anger, and division to get what they want done. Keep that in mind as we go through this because that's incredibly important. Now I'm going to say a quick word from our sponsor SDI and then we are going to hit it, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think in the comments field below. Now I know a lot of you out there like to modify and upgrade your own guns, and if you're looking to turn a hobby into a career, Sonoran Desert Institute can help. Their online programs cover everything from gunsmithing to ballistics, woodworking, shooting sports management, and more. Plus, all the tools and materials are shipped directly to your door. There's never been a better time to turn a hobby into a career, so what are you waiting for? There's a link in the description box below, and thank you so much to SDI for making this content possible. But my brothers and sisters, we're going to dive into this a couple minutes because this is something that needs our attention. Keep in mind, this is the whole premise going forward, and this is what we've seen consistently from Biden and his ilk over and over and over again, targeted at a majority of Americans. Biden, quote, "We should have societal guilt for inaction on guns after Sandy Hook." Now, there's something to be said for the disgusting nature of standing on a tragedy like that, which Biden has been guilty of for 10 years now, and trying to infringe upon the rights of a majority of Americans who had nothing to do with any type of tragedy that a psychopathic criminal took his activities made to happen. The same thing with every single time there's a tragedy in this nation that has nothing to do with the rights that are in our founding documents against a general population when a criminal is at fault. Now, if you want to talk about societal guilt, we can go down a lot of things. I'm not going to go down that list right this second. I might hit it in a minute when I get a little more spicy. But let's keep going. Let me show you what our amazing unifier-in-chief said, sarcasm, today. President Biden said in a statement Wednesday that the U.S. should have societal guilt for not taking more actions to address gun violence after the 2012 Sandy Hook Elementary situation in Newtown, Connecticut. Now, of course, it's the anniversary today, and it's a terrible tragedy. I wish that had never happened. There's not a single person that I can even imagine knowing that would be okay with that. But that doesn't mean that you infringe upon the rights of every single American and I think 350 million, 400 million people because of the actions of one psychopathic killer. That's just as simple as it is. And if you want to break down the actual statistics of which weapons are used in gun violence, as they've termed, it's not even close compared to rifles versus handguns. But it's not about that. It's about guilting someone into doing something. We see that whole lot of that from the left in a lot of different areas of our space, but completely ignore anything that's, I don't know, like abortion, releasing criminals onto the streets, which then create more crime. I don't know. No guilt for that. No. Just guilt for not infringing upon your Second Amendment rights. See, I told you I'd get spicy. Let's keep going. Because there's 2 points here that I really want to hit on, and one of them's Obama. Biden, who was serving as vice president at the time of the situation, reiterated a commitment to ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines, saying they, quote, "have no purpose other than to kill people in large numbers." Okay. The point of the Second Amendment is to have an equal opposition to any type of tyrannical government, foreign or domestic. Yes, there's an element of offering self-protection. Yes, there's an element of hunting. They're all encompassing behind the idea that we have the rights to defend ourselves, mostly against a tyrannical government. That's the entire point, since our founding was based against the British, of which they tried to take our guns to subjugate us further, and we said, nah, boo, and we handled that situation. That's the entire point. But they never anchor back to anything that's important in our history and our founding, which is why on this channel, through the secondpress.co, we are going full steam. We are going to turn this ship around, and I cannot wait to see that evolve with you guys. But that's another thing. Let's dive into some more. Quote, "I am determined to ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines like those used at Sandy Hook and countless other situations in America. Enough is enough." There's the enough is enough tagline. Now, this is the important piece. He's kind of reiterating the same points, but he's utilizing the tragedy and the emotional of the moment to demonize a large majority of the population towards a goal that he wants. Keep in mind what type of leader would do that. Wait till Obama comes in a second, and this gets really deep. This is stuff that gets my goat. When you're utilizing tragedy to further your means, yeah. Quote, our obligation is clear. We must eliminate these weapons that have no purpose other than to kill people in large numbers. It is within our power to do this. Not anymore, boo. Oh, goodness gracious. For the sake of not only the lives of the innocents lost, but the survivors who still hope. We can still have hope. There is a way that we can prevent tragedies from happening, and it's about mental services. It's about avoiding criminal behavior and having punishment for those that partake in criminal behavior. It's actually about establishing morals and ethics outside of the government being an all-encompassing safety net. There's a whole lot of reasons that we can get in front of this, but they refuse to do so because that will curtail government power. It's much easier to just take rights away from a population than to actually address core emotional issues, which are providing more demand for government interference. It's incredibly important to understand that point, and that's why they don't go after the core issue. They go after the symptom, not the cause. Let's keep going, because Obama's got to make an appearance. So it's got to be good. The news from Sandy Hook Elementary was devastating, a visceral blow, and like so many others, I felt not just sorrow, but anger at a world that could allow such things to happen. That's Obama. The big thing that I want to bring attention to here is he's got a part of that right, a world in which they could allow that to happen. However, he's putting his emphasis on the fact that a tool exists that was used in a way that was not designed versus the situations in the hearts of men who would find that as an acceptable alternative. The mental capacity issues of which were not caught and reached and handled. This is an issue we have in our country 100%, but it has nothing to do with the rights of our citizens and the Second Amendment rights, which will be protected and passed on. It's about the hearts of men and the fact that the emotional issues that we have are not based around a tool. Just like a car, just like a syringe, just like a knife, just like a club, hammer, fist, or handgun. Does not matter. And that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think of this video, and let me know if I landed the plane. I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.